goat over a bridge. Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to MCU Mondays. I am your host, David. We are here on the GNN Geek News Now. We're talking MCU and, whatever else comes to our mind. We're open and flexible. With me, as always, is my co-host, Debbie. Debbie, how are you?
I'm good. It's Monday night. That's one more day down out of the week. 4 more to go.
It's been a Monday for me today too. I will say that it's been we were talking about that, and I'm ready for bed. I think, but can't go to bed yet. We got to talk about the MCU.
Yeah.
Huh. So, do I need to put this one up? We talked about this. Do you see this comment?
No, don't put that up.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I think it's just for the chat.
I didn't think so.
I think. I don't know how it works. I didn't set it up.
I have no clue.
I think it's for the chat.
Don't we have people that are supposed to be looking that up for us and find out what's going on?
That would be Shield, I think.
Yes, I don't know.
Or Gramillion, one of the two.
One of the two. So, we're talking about Daredevil tonight. We've got what? Next week is the last Daredevil, and then we go into Loki? Am I correct in thinking that?
I think so. Oh, wrong calendar. Hold on. Yeah. Well.
When does Loki starts when?
Next week. So this is the last week for Daredevil. Oh, wait. Well.
No. We got one more for Daredevil. Loki starts like Wednesday next week, right? Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday, maybe?
So it'll be the following week when we'll cover it. So 2 weeks.
You will have all weekend to go watch that first episode of Loki, season 2. We're so excited about this. I know Debbie's probably more excited than I am. And
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. Something about she's in love with him. I don't know. Did you ever see? He did a commercial a while back with was it a Jaguar commercial? It was a car commercial. Him and Patrick Stewart both. And they were talking about good guys and bad guys. Obviously, Patrick Stewart having played Professor X, playing the good guy, and Tom Hiddleston. And this was like right when maybe like the first Avengers movie came out. So Tom Hiddleston was kind of a big deal at the time. And well, I mean, Tom, I'm sorry. You still are a big deal. I apologize. You are still a big deal. But you had just gained some major notoriety. How about that? Is that good? It's better? So anyway, but it was like, it went on and it was like you could buy a car from a good guy or a bad guy and you wouldn't care so long as they said it with a British accent and they're both talking. And I was like, yeah.
When it's those two, or Henry Cavill, I probably would not disagree with that comment.
What about Hemsworth?
Hemsworth, yes. Chris, not the other one.
Yeah. Oh. Whatever. All I know is that so my youngest Samuel has been playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, Part 2 on the PlayStation. Loves that game. And we were talking about the movies. And we were talking about, hey, Chewie.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Chewie's tail has made an appearance.
So we were talking about Thanos, and we were talking about the movies and Thanos and how Thanos is like the big bad. He goes, oh, yeah. Well, then we went to the Lego store like Friday afternoon, and he saw a Thanos figure, but it's like a big figure. It's like it's kind of like this size. This is a Wampa, but it's the same size, same style, right? It's a big old Thanos, and he was all kinds of excited about it. And he was like, "Oh, that's Thanos. He's the biggest and the strongest." He said, "Can I buy the figure?" I'm like, "It's $35. No, we're not going to buy that." Oh, yeah, Legos are crazy.
For that small thing?
Yeah, it's craziness.
Oh my god!
I've got figures I could show you worth hundreds of dollars. I've got one over there worth in the thousands.
I'm glad my kids are grown up now, because my oldest was a huge Lego fan. He, Star Wars Legos every Christmas.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's not to buy them at Christmas. I mean, that's nothing. Like, you could buy a set right now for $100, and 10 years from now, depending on what the set is and the figures in the set, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Just because, and especially if you kept it in the box. I mean, the boxed ones are even bigger, but even the loose ones are worth thousands upon thousands.
I don't ever remember spending over $100 for Star Wars Legos.
This one right here, this AT-AT right here, this was the most expensive one I've ever bought. This is the UCS AT-AT. It is built to scale of the minifigures. So you can take a minifigure up and put it at the feet, and it's the exact scale for what it was in the movie. And it was $800. Brand new on the shelf. It's not like it's
more than my mortgage.
It's not retired or anything. It's just that was when it released. It was $800, and I think they've bumped the price up now. It's like $850.
Oh my god, that's a house payment for me. More than a house payment.
It's insane. I'm not gonna lie. It's craziness. I spent a lot. I got a lot of.
Kids are grown.
I got a lot of Christmas money, and I sold a couple other sets but I had to have that one because I love the AT-AT. That's my favorite thing. But we're not talking about Star Wars. We're not talking about Legos. We're talking about Marvel.
As always, we go off on
tangents. And speaking of Marvel, do you know? Hang on, let me find it here. What were we talking about last week? Where did that come from? Amazon.com. There is a Gentle Giants. Is it Gentle Giants? I think statue. It's of Thor, and it's really cool. And he's got Stormbreaker and the lightning and all kinds of stuff. But it's on sale right now. So we've got an affiliate link in the description below. And if we don't have one, we will have one. There'll be an affiliate. I'm seeing Debbie. We don't have it yet, but it'll be there. It'll be the.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to switch it up this week or.
I didn't have time to look for anything, so we'll stick with Thor. It's good enough.
I believe it's Diamond something that does it. Diamond Company. It's not Gentle Giant.
It's not Gentle Giant. Okay. But anyway, it's a really cool Thor statue. It's like 25 or 30% off right now. So when you watch this show tomorrow, check the affiliate link in the description below. Go check it out. Give it a look. If you're a Thor fan, if you're a Hemsworth fan, if you're a Marvel fan, and you feel like you need this in your own personal man cave, or not man cave, that's sexist.
Woman cave.
Your nerdvana.
Yeah, your nerd cave, geek cave, Nirvana.
Just buy it. Buy it off the link. It's great. It's good stuff. But that's that. Anyway, all right. Let's do the intro, and then we'll get into Daredevil. And once again, thank you, Chris, for letting us use the music to that. I am working on a new intro. I promise. I was actually doing it just before the show tonight. Not quite there yet. It's not where I want it to be just yet. So, still playing with the editing a little bit and making things work. So,
and that's Chris Cassidy. He has a YouTube page also called It's a Base. And he's got all kinds of great videos. He does
reaction videos. A lot of reaction
videos are usually to like European, British comedies. Those are usually pretty good. But he has lots of music videos and stuff going on. Great stuff. So give him a follow. Go check him out.
He gets online and plays video games too once in a while. I know he was playing Elden Ring for a little bit, and I forgot that other one he played.
I think he's playing Baldur's Gate too.
He's playing one like really. It was the one with it's like you're in the car and you're kicking the soccer ball around with the cars. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it's called because I'm not a gamer. So, but I have watched him do it.
So anyway. It's a Vase. It's a Vase Productions. Go look him up there. He's great. He's awesome. Friend of the show. We love him. Anyway, let's talk Daredevil, shall we? So this episode is kind of a flashback episode, really. I mean, not
quite a bit,
because there was a lot of okay. Here's how Matt became Matt.
For the most part, the first part of his training.
Right. Like right after he turned blind. Well, I say right after. So it was right after his dad died. Because they were talking about it, and Mom's a different story. I don't know the story of Matt's mom.
I don't remember. I think they get more into that
in the later
on in the series.
Yeah. So, Matt's mom is gone. Matt's dad is dead, and he's in a orphanage,
Catholic orphanage.
They had a different name for it. I can't remember. Oh, kitty, dumb cat. Anyway, so he's there, and this guy shows up, Stick. And I can't remember the name of the actor, but he's great. I loved him. I thought he was awesome.
Glenn, it's either Scott Glenn or Glenn Scott.
Is it Michael Scott? Oh.
No, it's not Michael. No. Go ahead and talk. I'll look him up real quick. I had it written down at work, and then I forgot to bring it.
The one issue I think I had with him, though, is that he was dressed in the manner and he acted a lot like a Vietnam veteran. But
Scott Glenn.
There you go. But he was he said he was blind since birth. So was he a veteran of some kind, or oh gosh, what's his name? Vietnam era Captain America. Isaiah, was that his name? Isaac. He's in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He had the super soldier serum and everything.
Isaiah Bradley?
Isaac. I was close. Isaac, Isaiah. They're all Bible names. Sure, why not? So anyway, but I'm wondering, or even Wolverine for that matter. I mean, is this one of those things where there's not a super being, but maybe an enhanced being that was used for some undercover military operations because of special skills? Yes. I have special skills. I have skills, and I will find you. Oh, what did Deadpool say? You know, they made 3 of those movies or 4 of those movies. At some point, you've just got to ask yourself if he was a bad parent.
Liam never.
Oh, we like Liam. So anyway, and he basically he uses a tough love kind of approach to Scott, smacks him around, tells him to shut up. Which that's, according to Samuel, that's a bad word. You can't say shut up. That's bad.
Really?
I guess that's what they tell him here.
Okay.
So you should have seen his light up when we were driving to school this morning. That song came on. Shut up and dance with me. He was like, "What did he say?" Anyway.
Did he cover his ears?
No. That's a bad word. That's a bad word, Daddy. All right. But then it jumps back and forth. You've got the Japanese mafia, and they're bringing in what was it, blacksky. General Kenobi. Hi, Avocado. How are you? So they're bringing in this weapon that they keep talking about, blacksky. They're paying off people people, and when I say people, I mean like cops and things like that. Everybody just stay away from the docks on this particular night, and that's when we're bringing this weapon in. And of course, Stick is involved with this because he shows up to ask Matt for help, for lack of a better word. So, and it was a kid. What are we thinking about this kid?
I don't know. I don't know if he had I'm not going to say special powers, but
he was a mutant. Oh.
But yeah, it's been so long since I've watched this series that there's bits and pieces I remember, and then other pieces I don't. I don't know if it comes up again later in the season or what, but
I enjoyed this episode a lot because of the training aspect of it and him showing that. And it was the kid who's playing young Matt. I mean, does he train with Charlie Cox, I wonder? Because even his fighting style, the way he was throwing his kicks and jumping around, he looked like
Charlie they had Cox. The same trainer.
I'm sure they do. But I mean, it was so to have the same trainer is one thing, but everybody is going to add something. That if you look at martial artists, you could have 3 guys that were trained in Taekwondo, and you could give them 3 of the exact same form, but each one of those is going to be different based on the artist, because the artist it's like a painting. He's going to add his own touch or his own flavor to it. But this kid is he's almost very spot on to what Charlie does, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Now again, yes, they probably have the same trainer, and it's possible that Charlie and the kid are just like, well, we don't really know, so just tell us exactly what to do and we'll do it that way. And you're just seeing the trainer, but kudos, it looks good, it's pretty, it's nice to look at. So just my thoughts on all of this. But again, we get a lot of the tough love, him smacking him around. I'm reminded a lot of the in Batman Begins when Liam Neeson came up again.
It's related.
6 degrees of Liam Neeson. But I mean, it's the same kind of thing where he was, he's running him through all the training stuff, and he's cutting the ice out from underneath him, and he's smacking him around basically to teach him a lesson, to teach him how to be better than what he is. So, it's things like this that I really enjoyed. Now, you also had the one scene with the ice cream cone wrapper, which kind of plays into it toward the end of the episode. But gives him do you remember this? It was an ice cream cone wrapper that I made. It was from when we first had ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a bracelet for you, and he just crushes it, and he's like, whatever, don't care.
Yeah, well, he was kind of trying to teach him the Jedi way: no attachments, no feelings, no attachments.
And he even touched on it.
Failed.
Yeah, and he even not touched on it, but he reinforced the idea too with grown up Matt, to where it's like, oh, you had a woman here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When's she coming back? She's not. Oh, good. You know, you don't need that kind of distraction in your life, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but yet he broke his own rule because
he came back for Matt. He needed.
Well, he came from, but he also still had the wrapper or the bracelet, not the wrapper. Well, it's a wrapper made into a bracelet. Bracelet. He kept it.
Yeah.
So he broke his own rule.
He kept it, and that was after Matt beat the holy living bejesus out of him. So
I think that went both ways. They were both beating the crap out of each other.
And so this started off again, a brutal beginning to this one. You're going to talk about people getting the holy living bejesus. Not, I mean, at the very first, when we are first introduced to Stick, and you don't know who that is yet, but you're there, and you've got the Japanese guy, and he's got his gun, and he unloads it at the elevator, and nothing happens, and then he turns around, and he's got the sword at his throat, and I don't know if you noticed, but I mean, he was cutting into him. Mm-hmm. There was blood running down his neck when he had that, so you could tell the sword was obviously sharp. He tries to pull out another gun or reload his gun, and he lobs his hand off. I mean, cut his hand off.
Well, you got 3 more limbs. What are you gonna do?
plus the one that men prize most of all. 3 more appendages.
Great stuff. I like Sticks. He's sarcastic. He's funny.
He's kind of an anti-hero. He's not really he's kind of the I've got good intentions and I want to stop things from happening, but I'm not afraid to kill to get my way.
Matt won't cross that line on purpose.
It's like Batman. He's like Batman.
I'm Batman.
So yes, I kind of view him as I think he pops up in later episodes, right?
Yeah, and maybe later in the season. I don't remember, but yeah, he does pop up again.
Yeah, which is good because it's always nice to have the master come back and teach a lesson every once in a while. You know, we liked it with Ahsoka, and Anakin showed back up. I got one more lesson for you, Sticks. Oh, Sticks! There it is! His name is Snips. Never mind. I thought I had a good thing going there.
You got so excited.
I was happy. I was like, woo!
Oh, man.
Oh, now I'm sad.
That was like an epic fail.
That was. I'm horrible. You know what? It's Monday. I've been working all day, and I'm tired.
Well, let it slide. I know what you're going with.
So,
but the master came back to teach the Padawan. It's kind of same thing here. So
yeah. And get his help.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt even told him, he was like, "You said not to make attachments, but now you need help. You need my help. You came back for my help. What's this all about?" He tells him Yokozuna's bringing in a weapon. Turns out it's a kid. We don't know what the kid's purpose is. We know that Matt goes down and beats the crap out of the guys holding the kid, and Stick is up there. He's going to shoot him. He does the whole thing. I never understood why snipers did this, where they walk into the building with their gun in the suitcase or whatever, and then they make this whole big show of putting everything together and screwing the barrel on, and
you can't go around carrying a big ass gun.
I know you can't, but
I mean, he had it in his little.
To do it once in a movie is fine, but when you start doing it in every movie, it loses its flair. And especially when you start doing it to where, okay, that's a blind guy. He's not going to shoot. Oh, my God, he's got a bow and arrow. He's going to shoot him with a bow and arrow.
He's aiming for a heart. Listening to the heartbeat.
Yeah. And in fact, they even said that. How many are down there? I've got, I don't remember, 10 or 11. But there's another one they're all calm, cool, and collective. But there's another one that's different.
Well, he was talking about Nubo, the head Yakuza guy, head mafia guy. But yeah, Stick said he took care of it. He killed the kid.
Did he though?
Yeah, because I'm trying to. I don't know it, and I could be totally off base, but I'm thinking this kid comes back into relevance. I didn't say that right, but it becomes important later, and I don't think he's shut up. I don't think he's.
It's Monday. You're tired. I get it.
Yeah. Well, no patience, but it was a long, boring day. So, but yeah, I'm thinking I could be totally wrong, but I'm thinking that kid's still alive, and he took him for his own purpose, or
and I kind of gotta tend to wonder because he keeps talking. Stick kept talking about the war. Get ready for the war. The war is coming. The big fight and the war and all this other stuff. And Matt keeps asking him, well, what are you talking about? Oh, you'll know when it happens.
He even said that after he said he killed the kid, supposedly. So it's like, well, if the kid was part of that, something that started the war, then why would that be an issue if he's dead?
Exactly. But if you leave him alive, then that helps, especially because these Japanese guys, the Yakuza, are. I'm thinking they're bringing this weapon in to balance the fight against Fisk, because you got again, and Fisk did not make an appearance this episode. I'm depressed again, but that's okay.
And I'm trying to remember if this is all connected to which comes in. I'm thinking it comes in this series, but definitely in Iron Fist, but the hand.
Oh.
So I don't know if the kid is something related to the hand. Wasn't that the big bad in Iron Fist was the hand? You don't remember?
No, it's not that I don't remember. It's that I didn't watch Iron Fist. I heard it was bad, and I was just like, I'm not even going to bother with it then. So
it had its moments, but I don't know. It was okay.
When we talk about Iron Fist, that's going to be good because that will be virgin territory for me. So we'll walk into it, and I'll be like, oh, hey, I've never seen this. So fresh eyes, maybe it'll be better than I thought it was. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised, or like Phase 4, hoping to be pleasantly surprised by anything there and not really.
Out of the Defender series, Iron Fist would definitely be at the very bottom. It's okay. I didn't like the guy who played Danny Rand, which is the Iron Fist. I don't know. I think by the time Iron Fist came around, I don't know if Netflix was just over it or they gave up. Or they didn't put any effort into it. I'm not quite sure what was going on.
When did because the Inhumans, that was a Netflix one, right?
No, that was Hulu, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking.
I never watched it. I don't know because I didn't realize that was a Marvel thing.
I unfortunately watched it, and yeah, that one was pretty bad. Let's see.
Now,
it does.
Is that the one with Black Bolt?
Yeah.
Played by Anson Mount, right?
Anson Mount. Yep.
Okay.
Which he played Black Bolt in
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's the one.
Multiverse of Madness.
Let's see. I don't
Are
see
you
where
looking up when that came out, or?
Well, I was going to look up when it came out and see if that was like a that movie dropped. Oh, this says it was a TV series. Maybe I watched the whole thing then.
2017. I'm pretty sure this came out on Netflix originally.
And Iron Fist came out in 2017. So this may have been one of those things that it's like, okay, we're going to do a Defenders, and then we're going to cross the Defenders with the Inhumans and have another big Avengers type thing going on like they did with the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy. And at this point, they were just tired and it wasn't happening. Although,
yeah, I think it was aired on Hulu because it says the biggest reason ABC canceled Inhumans was that the series was simply not good. Ooh, that's a little harsh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn.
See, Luke Cage came out in 2016. Jessica Jones came out in 2015. And the Punisher appeared in the second season of Daredevil, right? I think. Is that when
second or third? Yeah.
First dropped in.
I thought that came out right after Daredevil.
Well, I mean it. Let's see. 2017 for the Punisher. Oh. And then we had what else? Oh, Luke Cage. Oh no, I looked that one. That was 15 or 16.
Luke Cage came out before Punisher?
Yeah, they did. They did Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Well, okay, so they did like the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. Then they did Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, because this says the Defenders was in 2017, which is the same year that Iron Fist came out, right? I think 2017. So
my memory does not go back that far.
So it's like they did Iron Fist or they did Jessica Jones and they did Luke Cage, then they did Iron Fist, and then they were like, okay, we're got to put the Defenders out, and then season 3 of Daredevil happened. So I think that if I recall correctly, season 3 or the Defenders movie actually takes place between season 2 and 3 of Daredevil. If I recall correctly.
That does not sound right, but so I was thinking the Defenders came out after all the series came out.
No, because there was I was reading something on it, and I'm fairly certain that the Defenders happened in between seasons of Daredevil, and I don't mean in between like it was like they did season 2, then they did the Defenders, and then they did season 3. I'm talking timeline wise. I guess would be the better way to put that. In the canon timeline, I think it falls between seasons 2 and 3. So, but again, Defenders, I've never seen. I never saw the Defenders. I never saw Iron Fist. I did enjoy Jessica Jones. Luke Cage was okay.
Punisher was great.
Yep. So we got a lot of stuff we're looking forward. I mean, geez, It's series upon series, and by that time we'll have. Well, we don't know if we'll have Echo or not. That's still kind of a Daredevil Reborn. It's going to be all kinds of cool stuff coming out.
Yeah, I mean, the writer's strike's over, but we still got the actor strike going on. So the writers can do their thing, get the scripts finished, and then hopefully the actor strike will closely follow to an end, and then we can get back on schedule because, we got Deadpool and
we got all kinds of Fantastic Four. Everything was pushed back because of the strike. Yeah. So
hopefully,
I thought I thought the actors I thought they went on strike because of the writers. It was like we're gonna stand as solidarity. We're with you, brother.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of the same issues as the writers. So,
well, there you go. I haven't been following it. I just. We don't make enough. We only make millions upon millions of dollars. We need billions.
Oh, Lord, now you sound like somebody else. They all don't. There's like 1% of all the people involved in acting that actually make millions upon millions of dollars. Yeah. Everybody else does not. Robert Downey Jr. does. I mean,
Will Smith does. Will Smith still pulls a big check. Jim Carrey used to pull a big check. He used to make 20-something million per movie.
Yeah. So the actors that are hot right now or did very well in the recent past, yeah, they're in that 1%. But then you got a lot of other actors who do not fall in that 1%. So that's why they're striking.
And that's why we had to change Rhodey in Iron Man 2. Which honestly,
it was the scrolls.
It's a multiverse. They introduced it back in Iron Man 2. Which, you know what? He's been great. It was the same thing
with Don Cheadle.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
The guy's okay, but I don't know. I just love Don Cheadle. I like anything he's in.
Don Cheadle is it. The thing with him is he can be funny, but he is so dry about it that it's almost like he's trying not to come across as funny, but it just comes funny.
Have you ever seen Mean Girls? Because he plays I think the principal.
Mm-hmm.
Dry sense of humor.
Well, the thing with it was okay. So like I said, Sam was real big into Thanos now. So I sat down and we watched Infinity War, and Infinity War starts off with Thanos and the Hulk fighting each other. So he was like, "Oh, this is great! Yes, Thanos is the strongest one there is," and he was all kinds of excited about it. And then he had to go take a nap. He went to his grandmother's house. So of course, I continued watching Infinity War. And if you can't watch Infinity War and not watch Endgame, so I started into Endgame too. And it gets to the time heist part, and that whole line with, "Why don't we just find baby Thanos?" And okay, that's terrible.
Is that how time frame?
That's not how time works.
Full of shit, Hulk.
But that was just the way he delivered that. Why don't we just find baby Thanos and
it's awesome.
Oh, Don Cheadle, you are a treasure. It was the same thing with Hulk, with Mark Ruffalo. It was when they decided to change from Ed Norton. Yeah, I was like, I can't even remember his name now. When they opted to change from Ed Norton to Mark Ruffalo, I was like, oh my gosh, is this Mark Ruffalo? Who is this guy? And
Norton the second one to play it, or was it the other guy?
Banya? No,
Banya was the first one.
Banya was the first one, but I don't think that movie is considered part of the MCU.
Well, I didn't like either one of them, so.
Because that was the one with Nick Nolte and the absorbing man or whatever his moniker was.
Don't remember.
But
I
yeah,
watched it
I
once.
I think the Norton one was kind of, I think, what did they call it? Like a soft reboot, to where it's like we're going to take some aspects from it and use that, but
And some of those
mostly it's gonna be
characters are coming back into Thunderbolt.
from the original Hulk movie,
No, the Norton movie.
or from the Norton, yeah, well, yeah, the Incredible Hulk movie. What's coming
Yeah.
back? Well,
Betsy Ross.
I was going to say, obviously, Thunderbolt Ross is probably most likely going to be there.
Harrison Ford. And then the dude with the big brain.
Oh, the leader.
The leader, yes.
Yes.
He's coming back. The guy who originally played him is coming back. So
yes.
So yes, we will have, and there might be some other actors from that movie.
There Norton it is.
Movie. Yes. Mr. Harrison Ford.
Samuel Stearns. I forgot that they were bringing him back for that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was coming back in the Captain America movie. I thought he was going to be the big bad in the new Captain America movie.
Oh, maybe that's it. I don't know. I just remember he's coming back in something. He's reprising his role. That's all I remember. I just assumed it was Thunderbolt.
Oh, that's good. I like him. So he was great in Oh Brother Where Art Thou, so he'll be great here. And if you haven't seen Oh Brother Where Art Thou, go see it. It's an awesome movie. George Clooney and
I think I've seen it once.
Oh, the music's amazing. John Goodman's in it. It's a great movie. Really witty humor. So very, very much like a Marx Brothers movie. You have to be listening to it. It's not just a bunch of slaps and bangs and that kind of thing. So it's a smart, funny. There you go. That's good. And it's a Coen Brothers movie. Who doesn't like the Coen Brothers? Raising Arizona, Fargo.
I don't think I've seen any of those.
True Grit, the remake of True Grit.
True Grit, I did see.
There you go. So, okay, Debbie, did we miss anything?
Yeah.
Oh, what did we miss?
Oh, Karen.
Yeah. Well,
I hate to talk about her, but yeah.
Karen and Foggy both, because now Foggy is all about the
beating up.
He doesn't like the Man in the Mask because of what he did.
He wants to pummel his face, his melon. He wants to take him out.
And the company softball team. Got to have a company softball team. You know, there's only 3 people that work here, right?
Oh, but yeah, she of course she can't, Ben, the journalist, has, I don't know how many times he has told her to keep her freaking nose out of anything. And what does she do?
And shut up.
She just keeps, I don't know if she's pushing his buttons, but she's pushing mine. I'm kind of tired of it.
Well, you didn't like Karen to start with.
Well, it was Mrs. C, the Mexican lady that's in the slumlord
Hispanic.
apartment.
We don't know that she's Mexican. She's Hispanic.
I apologize. Hispanic. Anyways, she starts talking about, oh, I see how he looks at you. And of course, Karen thinks it's Daredevil. And I'm like,
oh, you mean Foggy? Oh, yeah, he's great. He's a good friend. Oh, you just threw the good guy into the friend zone. Mm-hmm. Way to go.
And then she realizes that Foggy's got a thing for her. And she's like, oh, Christ. I'm like, oh, my God, it was
Yeah.
Cleanest day.
Do we need to paint you a picture? We draw it in crayon so you can figure it out.
I would date Foggy. He's cute. He's adorable. He's got a good sense of humor.
I wouldn't, but it's
adorable.
I don't swing that way, so.
Well, no, of course not. But, I would.
Well, there you go. He's not going to be in your harem. You just date him, right?
No, he would not. No, I don't think he'd qualify for the harem, but yeah, I mean, if he came up to me on, in a bar or in a street and say, "Hey, you want to go out?" I'd be like, "Yeah,
heck yeah, why not?" Yeah, and he saves her life too. That was he saved her, and that was pretty cool too because he
had his baseball bat with him.
Well, he hit him with the softball for starters. He checked the softball at him. That whole sequence was hilarious to me because he hits him with the softball, then goes after him with the bat, and the other guy stands up and she sprays him with the mace. And the whole time they're arguing, "What are you doing?" I can take care of myself.
Yeah, she was doing a great job. I mean, she was,
yeah. I can take care of myself. You've lost your mace at this point. You have two guys that are immensely larger than you are holding you against the fence. You did not have that under control. I am sorry.
See, this is why I don't like her.
I had it under control. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I hate when people do that. And because the same thing happened in what did I just watch the other day that I was like, oh, it was Batman and not Batman and Robin. It was Batman Forever. When he goes down the chute and Robin shows up for the first time in his outfit and he's like, "I saved your life." No, you didn't. I had it under control. It's like you were buried under rock.
Really? Did you?
No, you did not have it under control. Bull honky. Did you? Did you? Seriously? Come on. No.
So then Karen ends up taking Foggy to Ben's, the journalist, to his office and showing him the board.
Yeah. The man in the mask is he's using the cards, the playing cards, and the king, of course, the king is the one running everything. And so, oh, the kingpin. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha I see what you did there. Ha.
That was so funny. And so then go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, then the episode ends with Stick in some room where I assume they're burning some kind of incense. And then this huge guy, at least he looks like a huge guy, that's got scars all across his back, asking about Matt. Will he be ready when the doors open? And Stick says, "I have no idea." So it's like, okay, so who's the big guy?
He's it reminds me of and I don't know if you ever watched back in the 90s. Did you ever watch the Spider-Man cartoon show on Saturday mornings? Probably not. Came on with X-Men.
I mean, I remember watching a Spider-Man cartoon, but this was back probably early 70s.
Oh no, this was
completely different. It came on Sunday mornings because we were always ticked off. We had to leave to go to church, and Spider-Man was not.
You're making me miss Spider-Man. And now, kids,
not over with yet.
Now, children, for those of you that don't know, this is in the days before DVRs, and really in the days before VCRs. So you could not, if you missed something on TV, you just missed it. The only
you had to wait till summer for a rerun.
Exactly. And even then, if you missed the rerun, you missed it again. And
there's no remote. You had to get up and click the knob. Good stuff.
And you had to know what channel it was on and what time. You had this little book called the TV
TV
Guide.
And there was only 3, maybe 4 channels.
It was CBS, NBC, and ABC.
And PBS.
Oh, and PBS. So yes, there were 4. And if the president was talking and giving a speech, you were screwed because he was on every channel. You're like, no. Well, I guess we have to go outside. That's why you see people from our generation say, we used to spend all day outside because there was nothing good on TV. That's why we didn't have anything good to watch. It's like you watch. We did not have whole channels devoted to cartoons. No, we didn't
have 300 channels, people.
We had cartoons in the morning before you go to school, and then at like 9 o'clock in the morning, it jumps into soap operas, and it plays soap operas until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then from 3 to 5, more cartoons. Well, 3 to 5 was more cartoons because it's the afternoon cartoons. That was when G.I. Joe came on, Transformers, and He-Man, things like that. But then after that, yeah, news, primetime TV. What is Geek and I? Oh, hey, John Biscardi. We had another WHT on UHF.
WHT? The hell's that?
I had no idea.
Never heard of that.
But and if you didn't have a good clear picture, you had to get up and fiddle with the
rabbit ears.
Well, if your rabbit ears were broken, you had a coat hanger, and it worked just as well.
That's true. This is true.
So,
wow, we are really showing our age.
Yeah,
we may not look it, but we're old.
We are old. So, no, this was, like I said, this back to where we're going with the big guy with the scars. Now that we've chased that rabbit all the way down its hole, it was they had the in the original, or not the original, in the animated Spider-Man show from the mid-90s, he was always taken back to Madam Web. And she was always talking about, the big fight is coming, but she was very mysterious about it. Oh, the big fight is coming and you need to be ready for it. And this was a test to test your abilities and blah, 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 blah. And I think it all, if I recall correctly, it all boiled down into the Secret War, not Secret Wars. Secret Wars. It all burned into the Secret Wars and the big war coming, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this is the build up to, is he going to be ready? Well, I don't know. Well, we need to test him more and find out for sure. So that's what I saw it as. So.
Gotcha.
It was a long road to get to that example, but that's okay. Anything else that I missed?
No, I think that was it.
Very good. What are our shameless plugs this week?
Tomorrow, the Sith Dominion is back with Dr. Dana.
They are?
And he is covering
Malik.
Malik. I was going to say Malik. I don't know what I was thinking.
I was going to say Revan, so there you go. But I was like,
oh no, we're talking
it's
about.
Revan and Malik. It is Malik. Yeah. Okay.
So Captain's Logs and Lightsabers, their latest episode dropped last week, covering, I believe it's season 2 of Strange New Worlds. Through the Eyes of a Child, they dropped their new one called Rookies. Clone Wars. It was the episode Rookies. Oh my god. Let's see. And then we'll be back Thursday. We are covering episode 7 of Ahsoka.
It's almost over. I don't want it to be.
Oh wait, we're on episode 6. No,
we are on 7.
Be episode 7. God dang, 8 episodes. That really irks me.
Because episode 5 was the one everybody was swooning over,
including me.
Yeah,
well, I mean, last week's episode was good too. So
I didn't say I wasn't. I'm just saying everyone was swooning over it.
Well, some were. Anyways, let's see. That's Thursday. Friday on TikTok. We have a series.
Friday Night Frights.
Yeah, I think last week he was talking about it, and I'm not sure if he's still continuing.
I think if I recall correctly, it's part 2 coming up.
Okay, so Stephen King, if you do not know.
Also on Fridays we have the Hobby Hut that drops.
I need to write that one down.
Okay.
I don't have it down. That's why I keep forgetting it.
While you write it down, the Hobby Hut is something that we do. It's a pre-recorded. It's not a live show. It's pre-recorded. It is last week they did it's like a space squirrel. It was a miniature painting. Basically,
it's a hamster.
Hamster. It was not a squirrel. It was a hamster. But anyway, so it's miniature painting, and it looked really pretty. The week before that, I did a Lego build. I did the up house. This coming week, it's another Lego build. I'm not sure. I know I've got like 2 or 3. I've got 2 ready to go. I'm editing the third one, which is why I didn't have a Marvel intro. I didn't have a new MCU Mondays intro, but because I'm editing a third one and I need to. I've been busy. Busy. Real world and geek world.
Then on Saturday, of course, we have the Geek Gauntlet. Of course. And they discuss everything. They discuss Ahsoka, gaming, anime, anything else that might be in the geeky world.
If you're really big into anime, I would check that show out because there's 2 or 3 of them on there that are like huge into anime. And when they go off on a tangent, it's like when Debbie and I go off on tangents. If they catch a tangent for an anime, they'll run with it for a long time. So
yeah, they'll go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're not unique in that manner, so
it's fun to go down the rabbit hole every once in a while.
It is.
So I think that is it. Outside of us coming back next Monday for episode 8 of Daredevil, which I forgot to look up the
title.
But that'll be our last Daredevil because the following week Loki comes out. Or did I get that wrong again? Yes.
No, you're right. So next week will be episode 8 of Daredevil. And I looked up this episode.
I think it's Shadow something.
I can't for the life of me remember what it was called.
Keep talking for a second.
It is Shadows in the Glass. I'm already there. Shadows in the Glass is the name of the new episode or the next episode.
I knew it had shadows in it, and I was almost going to say Shadow Warrior, but I was like, no, that was Ahsoka.
Also, this weekend, if you happen to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I will be at the Cowtown Comic-Con in Fort Worth. It's at the convention center in Fort Worth. There's a lot of voice actors going to be, speaking of anime, a lot of voice actors going to be there. I know 1, 2, or 3 from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are going to be there. And Dragon Ball, what's the latest? GT, I think GT or Super. I don't remember. There's a lot of Dragon Ball stuff going on. Anyway, so it's not a big oh my gosh huge Comic-Con like the Dallas one is, but it's good size. Is
the town actually called Cowtown?
No. It's called Fort Worth. It's in Fort Worth. Fort Worth. Okay.
But what's Cowtown?
Cowtown is Fort Worth. That's like the nickname for the city. Is Cowtown. Good.
Lots of cows.
No,
just trying to. I mean, it's a weird name. Cowtown.
It is. Well, Fort Worth is called the Gateway to the West, and not the Gateway to the West. That's St. Louis. It's oh gosh,
cattle trains.
Well, yeah, cattle trains. I mean, they brought cattle there to ship them out across the United States. But a lot of what it was this was like the last major city before you got out west, before there was a whole lot of nothing. And in Texas too, when I say if I was to leave my house right now and drive to El Paso, it would take me about 10 hours to drive to El Paso. And El Paso is just on the other side of the state. Now, once I pass through Fort Worth, there is a whole lot of nothing between there and El Paso. There's a few Abilene's through there, Midland and Odessa are through there, but each one of those is like 2 or 3 hours. But once you get through that city, nothing. You see on the cartoon sometimes where it says last gas for 6,000 miles. It's about right. It's about right. Between Midland and El Paso, nothing. And it's all flat. No mountains to look at or nothing. It's a flat, straight road. And it's like, oh.
Parts of Indiana are like that.
And it's brutal to drive
outside
through.
Of, you'll see shit ton of cornfields.
The mountains, Ted, the mountains. The mountains were above Indiana. The cornfields, Ted, the cornfields.
Yeah, the further south you get in Indiana, the prettier it gets, especially in the fall. Because the hills, and then you see all the leaves that have turned, and it's gorgeous. Brown County, if you're ever in Indiana in the fall, you got to go to Brown County. Gorgeous.
Do you ever take weekend trips to drive down there and look at the leaves and the scenery?
My ex-boyfriend and I, we rented a cabin down there in the fall, and actually we went down to, I don't know, one of the state parks down there. I couldn't tell you what it was called, but we actually went horseback riding, and it was gorgeous. It was not too hot, not too cold. It was very pretty.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I do get out once in a blue. Well, I used to get out
once in a while. I used to go out.
Not anymore.
All right. So anyway, Cowtown Comic-Con, downtown Fort Worth. It's going to be great. It's not expensive to get into this one because obviously it's not. Fan Fest was like $50-something to get in just for Saturday. I think you can buy a weekend pass for this one. It's like $25 for the entire weekend, I think, if I recall correctly. I haven't really looked at the ticket sales, but cowtowncomiccon.com. So easy website to remember. If not, just look them up on Facebook. You can get a link to their website. But I will be out there. I'll be doing some live streams from there. We'll be doing some TikToks from there, looking at the cosplays. You know, there's always cosplays at these things, looking at vendors, stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And that is this weekend, the 30th and the 1st, Saturday and Sunday. I may even give something away. How about that? I might carry something with me and give it away if you can come find me. So we did that at FanFest, and we had a lot of fun with it. So, yes, I'll find something. I'll give you something. I'll let you know in the live feeds. Just come watch the live feeds. So, anyway, I think that is going to be it. That is going to be it for us. Make sure that you like and subscribe to Geek News Now Official. Hit that alarm bell so you know when we go live, and you'll see everything when it happens. You'll see all these shows. They'll pop up on your phone and go, ding, hey, they're about to be on. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and we will see all of you next week. Y'all all have fun.